guys, my name is Maureen. Welcome to Bags and Budgets. This is the channel for everybody who loves fashion but has a tiny budget. I'm going to do a whole series on finding your style. So this series is called Find Your Style with Me. I don't know how many sessions this is going to be because I took style courses 15 years ago. I also teach style, and it also stayed relevant in my life during my side hustles as a vintage seller and as a reseller. I used to go to the markets, and of course I advised customers on what looked good on them. Let's jump right into it. Actually, the first thing my teacher told me, told the whole class, the first lesson, she said, you have to photograph everything in your closet on you and then look at it really thoroughly and see if it looks good on you, and if it does, why it is, and if it doesn't, why that is. So this is a very, very, very time-consuming thing to do. So I would advise you, if you're like us in Belgium, if you're heading towards summer and we're in spring, to just store your winter clothes. If you're in the opposite direction, like if you live somewhere in Australia, I don't know, then store your real summer clothes, because the chances are, like here in Belgium, I can start looking at my summer clothes, but the chances are that I will pull out something from fall or spring, like all these mid-seasons, to add to this summer thing, because we have changing weather all the time. Last week it was super sunny, now it's raining dogs and cats, so you want to be prepared for that, and you don't want to have to pull out things the whole time. But I would definitely start with the season you're in and break it up into seasons anyway, because otherwise you're just going to get discouraged, as it is a very, very, very time-consuming thing to do. I remember I had my best friend coming over. He's a photographer, and he took all the pictures and we had loads of fun, but at the end of the day we were so exhausted, but the result was kind of rewarding. I had a whole portfolio of everything I owned, and of course now you have apps for that, like Stylebook and other apps on Android too. But at the time it was really rewarding. I had a whole portfolio of all the things I owned, and we really dissected in the classroom what worked for us and what not. I'm going to give you the 4 categories you have to look at after you did all this work to really know if something works for you. Is it too small? Is it too big? Doesn't it flatter you? That is all about the fit of the item. So if something is too small or too big, it really has to go, or you have to get it to a tailor if the item is worth it. The second thing is it your style? Like, you can have 2 black blouses and one is a bohemian kind of style and the other one is clean cut. Now, if everything in your closet is more frilly and romantic and bohemian, and you decide to bring this black, clean, edgy cut blouse into your wardrobe, you're not going to be able to combine it with anything else in your closet, and the chances are that it's really just going to stay in your closet. So that's the second thing. The third thing you have to look at is how the texture feels, and this is something that I've recently discovered. I have 2 blouses I will show you. So I have these 2 blouses. One is one I got thrifted. I bought it at the app where I'm selling, and I thought it was cute. This one was gifted to me by my mother a few years ago, and I don't wear either of them, and I didn't know why, because this was clearly in my color. I love black. So and also I kind of like the Western vintage kind of vibes this was giving off with the white detailing and the white lace. And this was something I also really like, bold and feminine colors and flowers, and also I love red, and I don't mind if there's a lot of fuchsia pink going on, because I think it works wonderfully together, and I could see myself wearing this with a black pants or blue pants. and something that is neutral just to tone it down a bit. But I discovered that the reason that I'm not pulling these out, and this has been in my closet for years and years and years, is because I don't like how this polyester material feels on my skin. I am wearing this now. This is not in my color, but it is kind of my style, and it feels wonderful on my skin. I like it enough. And it's worth keeping an item if you can check off enough points on your list. For instance, this fits my style. It has a little bit of retro vibes in it. It's just that little bit of extra. It's not completely my color scheme, but because I like the item so much, I'm willing to work with it. It feels great. I love the texture. Whereas this is in my color scheme and it's in my style, but because I really hate how this feels on my skin, I don't even grab for it if I would put a turtleneck under, because I just don't like the texture, and that's why it keeps hanging in my closet. So this is a really important one, and I think it's something that a lot of people underestimate, like how it feels on you and how comfortable it is. That's like really important, because you're wearing this the whole day and you have to feel really, really comfortable. It really doesn't look bad on me. I really look great in it, but if I don't feel great in it or comfortable, it really makes no sense. So it has to go. And then the fourth thing is the cut of an item. I've already touched upon this in the category of your style. So yes, the style is also very important, but we're also talking about body proportions. For instance, I have really broad shoulders and I'm a triangle shaped person. I usually don't gravitate to blouses that put emphasis on my shoulders. Now you can be the opposite, and you can be also shaped like me and really like the emphasis on your shoulders. I really like garments that really bring this out. You can also be a reverse triangle, and then it would make sense to put a little bit of emphasis on your shoulder to bring everything more into proportion. So while you're looking at your pictures, try to keep all of this in mind. So that leaves us to our last checkoff point, which is the color. As I said, this is not my most flattering color, but I'm willing to work with it. I feel like you don't have to be so strict with color. It has a huge impact on your skin tone and how well you look, but also just take it with a grain of salt, because for instance, for this sweater, I could add a little scarf or something else, or do something with my hair, like put some red in my hair, so I look much healthier while wearing something that really doesn't suit my skin tone. Also, I just wanted to say that color is really, really difficult because first of all, we are not just one type. You have like pure winter types and pure fall and summer and spring. You're mostly a mixture. There are so many different shades within the same color spectrum. There are so many sorts of beige. You have cool beige, you have warmer beige, you have yellow beige, you have camel beige, and every beige will suit another skin tone, another color type much better. So this is really advanced level, because it's something I still struggle with after all these years. It's really not that easy to really detect if something really works for you. I can honestly say only the really hard colors, because I'm a winter with a touch of spring. I can only say like the really hard winter colors, like bright fuchsia, black, dark navy, bright red, cool red are things that really work for me, but there's a whole other world besides that. So yeah, I hope you're going to join me on this journey. I also write about it on my blog. The blog is called Bags and Budgets. I'm going to take photographs of the things I own. Next week also I'm going to do this exercise with you, because I think it's a great way to refresh and also build my portfolio again, because I haven't done this. As I said, it was 15 years ago, and I think it's time for a refresh, since I don't own any of the clothes anymore that I owned 15 years ago. it was a different life, I had a different lifestyle, so I'm kind of excited to doing this all again. So if you want to follow this journey and also discover your style and follow us step by step and see how I'm doing and what I'm learning, because I don't have all the answers, I can still learn a lot and I'm really excited to learn a lot, then follow me on this channel, hit the subscribe button, and we will see each other next week for another style video. Thank you so much for watching and I hope to see you next week. Bye bye!